History tells us flight began in 1903, but they were wrong. 1,000 years before the Wright brothers, one man in Cordoba cracked the code. He didn't just build wings. He built the first aviation CPU in human history. Meet Abbas ibn Firnas, a 9th century polymath living in the golden age of Al-Andalus. While the rest of the world looked at birds and saw magic, Ibn Firnas looked at them and saw mathematics. This is the story of the forbidden leap. This wasn't a toy. It was a weapon of logic. Ibn Firnas spent years coding with the lightest materials of the 9th century, silk and eagle feathers. Every rib, every joint was a calculation. He was building an exoskeleton for the human body, hundreds of years before the first patent was ever filed. The workshop became a laboratory of impossible physics. The goal? To turn a 150-pound man into a 15-foot predator of the sky. This wasn't a child's toy. It was a weapon of pure logic. While Europe was trapped in the Dark Ages, Ibn Firnas was coding in his workshop. His hardware? The lightest materials of the 9th century, silk, bamboo, and eagle feathers. He was building an exoskeleton for the human body hundreds of years before the first patent office ever opened its doors. His workshop wasn't just a room. It was a laboratory of impossible physics. The goal was simple, yet terrifying, to turn a 150-pound man into a 15-foot predator of the clouds. This was the end of logic. It was a 9th century suicide mission. Ibn Firnas stood on the Arizafa cliff, the wind clawing at his silk wings like a predator. Below him, thousands waited for a miracle or a disaster. The atmosphere was tight enough to snap. And then he jumped. No engine, no backup, just math, silk, and the terrifying realization that there was no turning back to the earth. He survived the fall, but his logic had one fatal flaw. He had mastered the lift, but he forgot the tail. Ibn Firnas realized too late that a pilot needs more than wings. He needs stability. He had built the first CPU of flight, but he hadn't finished the operating system. Yet his ghost is in every cockpit today. Every time a Boeing 747 lifts off or a SpaceX rocket settles on its pad, they are running on the code written by a 9th century genius from Cordoba. It leads us to one final painful question. Who is responsible for the theft of our history? And what will we build to take it back?